Hello YouTube, it's Wolfen here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Well, today is game review day, so we're going to be reviewing the game Prognostic. I had a lot of fun with this game. We're going to do a game review, we're going to do some tips and tricks because the tutorial in the game isn't the greatest. They kind of show you a couple of things in the tutorial, but there's some other things in the game that you kind of need to know also that isn't the best time to try to be figuring out how to do it while there's a ghost that's possibly trying to kill you. So they should have probably showed you in this tutorial when you had a chance when the ghost wasn't going to be trying to kill you. So that's what this video is going to be also about, is going over those things just so you guys can have a better idea of what's going on. So when you play the game, you're not having to worry about trying to figure things out while a ghost is trying to rip your head off. But, so my thoughts on the game. Love the game. I believe the game is $8.99 US. I believe I definitely got my money's worth. It took me a little bit longer to finish this up, but that's because I was also streaming, and I definitely was having a hard time with some of the tools in the game. And it took me a little bit to figure out how to use them correctly. And I died a few times, but at least when you die, you just go back to the beginning of that day, not all the way back to the beginning of the game. So the game is done in 12 days. So each day is a different case that you get. So basically the premise of the game is you're working with your brother. Your grandmother has died. She was a medium. She used to help the police, but then she was no longer allowed to work with the police. She dies, murdered. And you end up going into the house to clean everything up, to get everything out of the house, things like that. You decide to pick up where she left off, and your brother, who is a police officer, starts feeding you cases. So basically, it's your job to help him figure out the cases and solve mysteries. So basically, they're all murder mysteries. They're pretty good, actually. I mean, there's definitely a couple of loops in there, so which was fun. Having a ghost, having to worry about the ghost of grandma trying to kill you while you're trying to figure this all out is definitely fun. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with the game. It was creepy. It had creepy noises. It had creepy atmosphere. You're basically doing this, I think, like 1904, 1905. So yeah, it definitely has that creep factor. It definitely has some good jump scares in it off and on. Just because of how the house is designed. You don't have a lot of long hallways, especially downstairs. So turning around a corner, if you're having to worry about grandma, then yeah. So things I wish the game had better. One, a better tutorial. The tutorial in the game, the beginning tutorial's not good. It only goes over a couple of things, and it probably really should go over everything as far as the tools that you'll be using as you progress through the game, because some of the writing is off, and it was a little hard to understand, at least for me. So that's one reason I was wanting to do this video, was to help folks who might have the same issues that I did. Once I figured it out, it was quick. It was easy. But it was definitely one reason why it took me longer than the time frame that people said the game was possibly going to be. See, what else in the game? I wish there was a randomization of the game. Not for the storyline, but for the... After you get done with the storyline and finish the story, I wish they would then allow a randomization so you could keep playing. And you can keep playing and get different cases, different mysteries, things like that. I know that's not what they were thinking of. I don't know. It would probably be a pain in the butt to go back and change that up. Maybe in part 2 they might add that in there, because this is only part 1. There is more to this game coming out. This is technically early access, but there is another part coming out. I don't know how many parts they are planning on doing, but I am looking really forward to the next part of this game. So what should we say? Let's go into the game and let me show you around. What we're going to have to do is go into a day that has all of the tools, because that's what I'm going to show you guys now is how to use each tool, because they are a little confusing. So we'll go through that. We'll show you guys how to use that, use all the different tools in the game, and then I hope that helps you out. And there's also a couple things, like the dealing with grandma, I had to guess on what I was supposed to do, because they have a tendency to throw text up at the top, but you're looking usually down at what you're looking at, so you end up missing the text at the top. I know I did that a lot, so I probably missed some stuff that the game said to do. Like with grandma, there's mirrors. If the mirrors get uncovered, she can come out, so you have to recover the mirrors. I think I missed the text the first time because I was busy looking at something down in the game, and the text scrolled across the top saying, "Hey, yeah, she's loose. Go cover up that mirror," and I totally missed it. So yeah, but yeah, we'll go through. Let's go through it, and I'll show you guys around, and I will, and you guys can. We won't solve any crimes because, like I said, this is step by step game. So we're not going to. I'm not going to have you. So I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers. I'm just going to show you how to use the tools in the game. So let's get inside. All right. So, prognostic. We're trying to figure out a day. Let's go. I think day 8. I think we have. Let's go day 9. Maybe day 10. I want to make sure I have a day where all the tools are available. So day 10, I definitely know all the tools are available. So let's go day 10. All right. So yeah. So you'll get all this stuff. We're not going to worry about any of that. So I'm not going to show you any of that. I'm just going to walk around and show you the tools. Okay. So this is your incense stick. So here's the house. Here's your entrance. Here's the first place you go to. So here's your dossier. There'll be a case here. This is working with the cases. So you'll press tab to view the case, but I don't want to show you guys that. The files contain the data of the suspects. So you'll have each suspect. We'll show you a little bit, but we're not going to solve anything. How to complete the case, open the report. Each report, each one of these is going to tell you, send the killer's dossier. So that'd be, one of these guys. Mark and send where the killer was at the hour of the crime. This is just this case, day 10. This changes back and forth. So you'll have your clues here. You'll have things like that. But this area you really don't come back to other than when you finish the game. When you finish that day, you come back here and you'll send this off to your brother. This is normally, after day 1, this is where you start. So you'll want to pick one of these up, put it in the candle, and these are left clicks. And then this now, as you can see here, it provides contact with Spirit World. The tutorial will go over this stuff. It goes over this, it goes over the map, it goes over dowsing. It's the other stuff that is a little harder. So it provides contact with Spirit World. Rituals only work while candle is burning. And I was underneath the impression that when this thing was spinning, it meant that candle was out. No. This is just, everything's fine right now. Everything's good. So let's go. Let me show you around the house here a little bit. So here's one mirror that you have to worry about. That grandma can... So here is your map. So what you end up doing is you end up putting who you want to find on here. You've got to know the day, you got to know the hour, the day, the month, the day, and the year of the murder. And then you'll use these to let you know where he's at. Like right now, since it's 1/1/1904, it's just going to point to a random spot. Oh, not a random spot. So on that day, at that hour, that guy was here. How you end up finding the date, sometimes, like the first couple of missions tell you the time and day. After a while, though, you end up having to use the zodiac circle, which will show. Which that's one of the things I want to show you because that was the hardest part for me. So on this one's pretty easy. Put the victim dossier in here, so you put Frederick Brooks. And then you basically follow these to find his location. And I'm on a day that he can be anywhere. And I really don't know. I never actually figured that out, what that was. So I just go back. So when this happens, I go back here and I just light another candle. That tends to do the trick. And there's Grandma. Crap. Right, so now we're trying to find this. But basically you're trying to find where this is. So you're just slowly but surely following these. But now we'll stop, because I don't want to show you exactly where it's at. But that's basically how you're using the dowsing rods. Is you're just slowly but surely following those things. And then you would come back. And this is the thing I kept on forgetting to do. So you'd come back here. Let's say it was purple clothing. So clothing, the color of the clothes will tell you the color of the hair. Well, okay, in this case, there's not purple. So I would go through here and go, okay, boom, red, blonde, gray. Let's say it was gray clothing. Like a gray shirt. So you go in here, and I would leave it there. You have to click this. Now, if it turns... Good example. Oh, crap. Grandma's loose. Shit. Oh, crap. Ah! Shoot. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's what happens. So yeah, so you start back here. Get rid of that. So we light that again. You got to pay attention to those. The thing is, when you're dowsing, they're not doing anything because you're dowsing. So you have to pay attention to when you're dowsing. Your dowsing rods turn like they have blue flakes in them. So let me show you here. So see you could barely see on these that there's some like blue glowy flakes or blue glowy things on them. When a mirror gets uncovered so Grandma can come out, those will turn red. So then you have to worry about that. Now I don't think there's any way I can take this off. Unfortunately. But let's move on to the next. But that is dowsing. So you come in here, you go brown, but make sure you click on that. But what I was going over was the game will tell you if you're wrong or not. It'll either do that sound and you'll see... Oh, come on. I think I'm screwing up by doing day 10. Luckily, I know where I'm going. Alright, so dowsing rods are still blue. But sometimes you don't really see them. But yeah, so you'll get that sound, and you'll get to the top right. You'll see tab, and it'll be red. That's letting you know that that's a wrong selection. When you get it right, it'll just be a regular tab, kind of grayish white, and you'll hear writing. That will let you know that you are correct. So now let's go show you guys the Zodiac. Alright, so Zodiac. So the book kind of is okay with its description, but then it's kind of not okay. So make sure that the ritual candle is lit. So let's so we'll put that there. That's the victim's dossier. determine the zodiac sign of the victim using the table on the next page. So go to the next page. Find out. Oh, crap. She's loose. Crap. I think she's upstairs. Yep, she's upstairs. So you just want to get up here, click on the mirror, and cover it back up. All right, so back to this. So to get to know where this should be pointed is that's the black arrow. Did you find the birth date? August 14th. August 14th. So look up here. August 14th is Leo. So you'll want to move this to Leo. And each person will be different depending on when their birthday was. And what their name is. So now, if you go back here, the red arrow turns the wheel of Thanatos so that the red arrow points to the key number of the name. Key number is basically first name. You got key number, first name, key number, last name. Red is always the first name. Blue is always key letter, blue, last name. So letter of the name, letter of the last name. So in this case, Leo is a fire symbol. So you're going to look up fire sign. The first letter of the name. So in this case, Frederick. So then you'll look on this list. Yeah, it's kind of creepy when they're doing that while you're trying to talk. F is Frederick. So 8. So that's red. So you want to find the red circle and move it to 8. The last name, fire symbol. If the surname has identical letters, then the key letter of the surname is the first one. If not, it's the last one. So we do have 2 O's. So it'll be the first letter of the name. So B. So we're looking at 2. So that's the blue. We want to move that to 2. And then you go. Then the rest is easy. So the year is always. It'll tell you if the year is different. But 8th month. So 8th month day is 21. The hour is, okay, this is a perfect example. If that is a sun, then it's 7 a.m. If that's a moon, like it is right now, you add 12 to this number. So 1900 hours. And then you would hit add. And make sure you always hit add. What did we... Well, in this case, actually, it actually tells us when he's dead. So this is actually 1902. And there you go. Gray symbol, top right, and you heard the writing. All right, so then one of the other things you would end up doing... Oh, crap, she's alive. All right, there we go. So one of the next ones is... And the game will kind of tell you what you have to do. So then we'll put in here, so the day he died would have been... And the game will tell you, is it the day he's dead? Where is the person at currently now? And it'll give you the day. You might have to go figure out the hour, but the day. But it'll give you the day. So in this, so we already kind of went over this, but in this case, August 8th, so 8/21/02 at 1900 hours. So 21 hours, 8th month. Oops, let's go the other way. 21st, 1902. So where was this guy at that time? So now we use these. And once you get over the spot, in this case, the guy's dead. so a lot of times what's going to be happening is, he's dead. Where were these guys at? So you'd put, Joshua Howard. When this guy was dead, where was Joshua at? And so a lot of times it's going to be, the killer was in the same spot with the person, or the killer was not in the same area, he was across the street. So then you mark that, and now that is in your book. Joshua Howard was at Barnhill Street at 2100 August. So that is the map. The tutorial goes over the map, so it's not as bad. So next we will go over the tarot cards. So tarot was pretty easy to go over. So one of the things I find, because my resolution is high, that sometimes it was interesting trying to read some of this stuff. Because there's no way to... Well, I guess actually I could do that. You could do this. Too bad I didn't remember that when I was playing the game. So, put the victim's dossier in. Shuffling the cards is always to the right. And then pulling a card is that. And then you have to click on it. And justice. So in this case, as you can read, the instructions will tell you what you're doing. So you're looking for justice, and the next card is what the actual reading is. And sometimes you'll go through the cards. So the magician. So in this case, magician is killer used false identity. So you'd go in here. As you see, top right is gray, white, and you heard writing. Sometimes the cards are... to bring them back, you grab the card and slide to the left. Oh, and Grandma's loose. Let's go cover up Grandma. There's Grandma there. But let's cover this up, shall we? Let's see if we can get the cards to pull something else. So then you got to reshuffle. Because if you pull the death card, you have to reshuffle. Okay, it's just going to go back and do that. But that is... that's the easy version of the tarot card. But yeah, so you always want to slide. So shuffling the cards is a slide to the right, and then back to the left. So you're going back and forth, and then picking up a card is slide it all the way forward, and then click on the card to flip it. Oh crap! That was an Empress. That was actually different. Figures. But on wrong ones, it'll do that, and you'll get the red at the top. But now you know, okay, the murder... Because it will sometimes give you more cards than what you should before it gets you justice. But you can use that to eliminate suspects. So in this case, the murderer is a politician or a policeman. So if any of these guys are a politician or a policeman, you know that they're not the murderer. So it was a fun little thing. All right, let's go to the last room. Grandma's over here waiting. Hi, Grandma. Bye, Grandma. All right, so runes. So put the suspect dossier on the stand. Make sure the ritual candle's lit. Throw the runes on the table from the bowl. Put those of them that lie with the sign up back in the bowl. And then do it again. So let's look for Christopher Riley. So let's put all the stones in the bowl. Then left click on the bowl. And you're removing the stones that had the lettering. And then redo the bowl. So put that one back. Do that. Hello. Okay, so we got that symbol. So you're looking for that symbol. That symbol is Manaz. Manaz, person hides or changed their gender. So you click here, and that's another piece of evidence. Nope. This is the other thing. You got to be careful of what... You can just unclick it and it goes away. But now you've got another piece of evidence. So you look in here. It's like, okay, so Christopher hid or changed his gender. So if that was something that you needed for the actual case, then you would go with that. Then you would end up coming back down here. So once you get all that stuff, so you've got Marcus in where the killer was at the hour of the crime. So you'd put so let's say we thought it was John Jordan. So there, unfortunately we don't have anything of John, but then you'd go over here, Marcus in where the killer was at the hour of the crime. So you'd go there. Send the killer distinctive feature, so we'll put that there. Then we'd send the killer secret performing the rune on them. And actually, let's do this. And then you'll put your info in there, and then you'll hit send. In this case, we're going to be wrong, but that's really it. Oh, the killer has not been found. We angered many influential people while we try to sort out your tips. This must not happen again. I'm sorry, but I can't work with you anymore. Which, of course, then they just go into the next day. Oh, then they just replay the day. So, there's going to be times where... Actually, let me go back to this chat, because we're kind of done. So, there's going to be times where you have pretty much everything, but you might have just missed something. You might have put something in a little bit wrong. I did that often, where I kind of guessed wrong on the clues I was given, and I had to redo it. And you still got to go through and get the evidence to put on the dossier, but you don't have to do all the other steps. So if that was not a step that you really need to do, you don't need to redo it. But yeah, it's 12 days long, just in case you're wondering, and the game was a lot of fun. It definitely, especially downstairs, if she gets loose out of the mirror, because all the hallways are short angles, like you saw, I died. I thought I tricked her going around one way, and she came back on me. So I thought I could get around her that way, but no. So do I recommend the game? Yeah, I definitely recommend the game. I don't know when Part 2 is coming out. I don't think they've actually said when the Part 2 is coming out. So, but I think on its own, the game is fun just on its own. So hopefully Part 2 comes out sometime soon. If not, I think it's still worth what you pay. I tend to go off of, for every hour of entertainment that I have, did I get $2 worth of entertainment? Was it worth $2? And this game is supposed to be 3 to 4 hours. The game's $8.99. I don't think many people are going to finish this game the first time in 3 hours. I think they're going to finish it up in more between 5 and 6, maybe 4. So you're looking at $8. So is it a little bit more? Yeah, but not much more. Like what, $8.20? Or something like that, or $2.20. So it's not that big of a deal. I definitely think the game is definitely fun enough for that. For that price tag, you're going to get your money's worth out of it. So, but that's it. I hope you guys hope the review helps some of you who might be stuck in some areas like I was and not fully realizing what they were wanting me to do. That's one reason why I made this video. But I hope you guys have a fun time with it. But if you guys liked the video, please give the video a like. If you guys are enjoying the channel, please give the channel a sub. It's greatly appreciated. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. But be safe, be kind, and I'll catch y'all out there. Peace.